and welcome to my second YouTube video. Now this is going to be more of an introduction YouTube video. I made one beforehand that slightly touched on why I started this YouTube channel, and this one's going to be more about AI, right? But first I want to cover, why should you even bother watching me? There's so many videos that you could watch. Why should you consider watching my ones, right? And I want to try and improve your life as much as possible using AI, whether it's figuring out how to make more money in your business, using AI solutions for that, figuring out how to stay accountable to your fitness goals, using accountability AI assistant for that, whether it's looking to improve your mindset, AI solutions for that, right? There's a whole range of different use cases of AI, and I want to share my perspectives and what it is I'm building with AI with you guys so that you can further improve your life with AI. That's the goal, really. And this is my second YouTube video, so apologies in advance if it's not the highest quality, but over time they will get better as I get better on camera and get better speaking and improving the quality of my videos, things like that. Just want to put this quote, "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step," on there because very, very true. This is the start of the journey, so welcome and let's get straight to it. So in this video, you will understand what AI is and basically how we went from talking monkeys to developing AI, why you should even bother using it, and examples of what you can use AI for today. So, disclaimer, I'm here to share my perspectives and knowledge. These are a couple of disclaimers here. I've used AI literally every day for the past, coming up to a year now, right? ChatGPT was introduced on November 30th last year, so it's not long until it's been a year since the real launch of AI has come out. The concepts have been around for a long time, and technologies have been around for a fair while, but it's only come more prevalent in the public eye more recently, that being last year, right? And also, I don't claim to know everything. AI is a rapidly evolving field, like there's new technologies coming out all the time. This video may be outdated a year from now, even a month from now. It's just growing so quickly, it's crazy. Yeah, what is AI? I was thinking about this for a while, and AI is like an assistant that can help solve problems faster. That's what I've put here anyway. I mean, so 3 years ago, when I was in, 4 years ago, when I was in school, when I was learning maths, for example, sometimes the teacher wasn't always available. So when the teacher wasn't available, what I'd do was I'd call the assistant teacher, the class assistant, to come over and help me with the math problem that I was trying to solve, right? So they would come over and help me solve that problem, right? Now, that's all AI is. AI is that assistant that can help you solve the problem faster. If I didn't if I didn't ask for help from that assistant in that instance, then I would have had to converse amongst my classmates or taken time to figure out all by myself, which would take a lot more time, right? Whereas with asking the assistant, it speeds up the whole process. And on top of that, they can show you and teach you how it is you how they came about solving that problem, right? So that's in a very short summary what AI is. And one thing I forgot to add is the only slight catch with AI is it can be aware, and it's not so prevalent now. It will be in the future, but it can be aware of itself, and you'll see later in the slides where that could lead to. But for now, I'm just going to put that thought on pause. So how we went from talking monkeys to AI, right? The best way that I want to try and impart my experience and knowledge with AI to you guys is to try and communicate like how AI has essentially just accelerated the way we learn things. That's really what it is. Yes, it helps us solve problems, but it really just transfers information to us faster so that we can learn things a lot faster. So I'm going to take you all the way back. So imagine thousands of years ago, you wanted to learn how to hunt. You'd go to the chief hunter You ask some questions about hunting, and you'd converse in whatever language or whatever way you communicate, but it would be through sounds, right? You'd communicate to this hunter, and he'd tell you how to hunt. He'd probably show you exactly how to kill an animal and what animal you need to kill, all those things, right? Great. He tells you how to do it, he shows you how to do it, you then go off, kill an animal. Amazing, you've just done it. You've learned how to kill an animal. Then you come back to the tribe and you find that this hunter you talked to, he's now died. He got killed by a tiger. It happens to the best of us, right? He just died. Now, everyone who wants to learn how to hunt comes to you. They want to learn hunting from you. Well, what do? Well, you don't really want to go up to them one to one and tell them exactly how to hunt. That takes a lot of time. For them to learn, it would take them a lot of time, right? So instead, what you do is you go to a cave, and on the cave, you draw a painting of exactly what you need to hunt, the methods used to kill those particular animals, and how to cook them, and all those things, right? You draw this giant painting on the cave, and that means that instead of you having to communicate one on one with all these different aspiring hunters, you can just point them at this painting, which they can use as a point of reference to learn how to hunt. Amazing. Now we've just accelerated the time it takes to learn things, okay? But there's obviously constraints with that. Maybe the cave's far away. You can't bring a cave with you. At least I don't know how to bring a cave with me. So that's a bit hard to do, right? I'm going to fast forward thousands of years now. Imagine you're in Mesopotamia. This is where the ancient civilization of Sumerians resided, and now this Mesopotamia is called Iraq. But thousands of years ago, that's what it was called, right? Now this civilization, they use cuneiform, which is a form of writing, and consists of symbols, and this is how they communicated with one another. So now let's say you grew up in this ancient civilization and you wanted to learn how to hunt. Well, instead of going up to people who knew how to hunt, you would just refer to this cuneiform tablet, right, which consisted of all these symbols, and those symbols taught you exactly how to, or conveyed communicated information regarding how to hunt. So again, you can take this tablet anywhere with you, right? If someone asks you, how did you learn your hunting abilities, you can use that tablet and give it to them. So information has become slightly more accessible. It's become easier to learn things with these writings, right? And then going over, thousands of years forward, 3, 4, 5,000 years forward, over time, humans used manuscripts, right? They'd have ideas in their head and they'd write them down, and then they transfer that across other peers, other people. However, there's a slight problem with that. There's a limit in terms of not everyone can get access to that, because you have to, carving out a stone tablet is hard enough, but then having to distribute that on at scale so that everyone has access to this information is even harder, right? So there was quite a bottleneck with that. So then came the invention of the printing press by this geezer called Johannes Gutenberg. I think I said that right, hopefully. And this enabled us to get access to information from pretty much anywhere, because this guy figured out how to produce writings and books and all that at scale. So let's say, back to hunting, you wanted to learn hunting. Well, instead of having to go to some ancient place where there's only one tablet about hunting, instead of doing that, you could just find your local bookkeeper or your local library or whatever, right? Find a book about hunting and use that. And that's how you get access to learning how to hunt. Again, the learning is even faster, right, at this point in time. Then we go on to the telegram invention by, so the Morse code. Now, Morse code was the first time we could communicate in real time. Morse code was a universal language, meaning if you wanted to learn something from someone in America about hunting, you could just hook up go onto one of these telegraph lines, right? Telegram lines, whatever, sorry, and communicate to that person in America in real time and collect Morse code information, Morse code, sorry, and in real time ask questions about how to hunt, and you'd get your answers back immediately, right? So again, that sped up the learning process, right? And then we go on to the telephone invention by Alexander Graham Bell. Now, this probably you're probably getting bored at this point, so it's just an evolved version of Morse code, except you don't have to dash and put dots down. You can just communicate via voice, right? Again, in real time, which makes learning faster. Then we have the internet. The internet changed the game completely. I grew up with the internet. I didn't grow up without the internet. I struggle to imagine how people grew up without it, and I couldn't imagine a world without the internet. So it's very interesting that it's only come about that recently in human history. But the internet changed everything, right? Instead of having to call someone if you want to learn about hunting, or having to find a tablet in an ancient building about hunting, or having to go to a cave to find a painting about hunting, or going to talk to someone, right? Although you can do all those things, with the internet, you could just find a computer. And obviously, it got to the point where like I'm filming this computer in my room at the moment. You can film any computer near you, and you can just look up on the World Wide Web how to hunt. And using Google, you'll find a list of results on how to hunt. And that made information even more accessible, which again meant that we could learn even faster. So, where society is at now is we have a computer in our pocket called a phone, and we can use that anywhere in the world, meaning we can access information anywhere in the world. Which again, back to the whole theme of this, means we can learn even faster. However, there's a limit on that. Because the thing is, as humans, we're inherently lazy. We always want things to make life easier. That's just how we are wired. So, for example, when you go on Google and you search how do I hunt, then there's going to be a list of different ways to hunt, right? It's going to be provided from multiple different people. And if you want a valid answer on how to hunt, right, you're going to have to manually go through every single link and figure out based off of your own interpretation of it, which is the best way to hunt. And that takes time. And this is where AI comes in. With AI, you could just ask, it's like with Siri, right? You could just ask Siri, hey, what's the best way to hunt? Or you can ask a ChatGPT, what's the best way to hunt? And it will pull the most relevant information on how to hunt and provide that to you. You could even ask it, provide it in one sentence or provide it in third grade reading level, right? It's just the way you can receive that information is so much faster, and it makes it a lot more easier to learn. The future with AI is it will basically be super intelligent assistants, and it'll be able to solve complicated problems for us without us needing to be there. And obviously, there's the whole automation side of things, like autonomous cars, things like that. But I think there's a separate video. But for now, like with just AI, like if you wanted to learn how to hunt, there's only a limit of information that you can get from like ChatGPT, for example. Whereas in the future, you'll be able to get every single nuanced piece of information about hunting, whilst ensuring it's accurate from an AI assistant, right? That's the whole goal of it. World War III. So I put this in here. This is just kind of no need to worry. But the other thing with AI is that eventually it will be able to be self-aware, and when it's self-aware, it can question things. It will be able to make decisions by itself. So there's a lot of theories out there that eventually AI is going to turn its back on us, things like that. I personally don't think that will happen, but I'm open for people to change their mind. Again, I'm still learning this as much as everyone else, but I don't think that this will happen. But if it does happen, we'll make Iron Man suits, so it's absolutely fine, nothing to worry about. Why should we even bother using AI? So this video script and idea all came with the assistance of ChatGPT. I assigned ChatGPT the role of being my creative director and content assistant, and I brainstormed some ideas, put it into ChatGPT, it refined the script, refined the ideas, and it helped me make this video, right? And every single image that you saw in the background of this video was generated with Midjourney, which is an AI image generator, right? And I got ChatGPT to write the prompts for me to put into that software Midjourney. So that in itself, hopefully, gives you an indication as to why you should start considering to use AI. It is one of the most powerful things that we can use today, right? The possibilities of AI are endless, right? If you're struggling to come up with content ideas, like I definitely wasn't 3 or 4 or 5 hours ago, then just create an AI creative director assistant. If you're tired of answering the same FAQs for your business, right? I just set one of these up for a client. Then create an AI customer support chatbot or assistant, sorry. And these assistants are not like what you think when it comes to like chatbots, right? When you think of a chatbot, you think of this tiny widget in the corner of a website, which is just terrible at answering questions. But now with ChatGPT and things like that, you can make it a lot more advanced, so it almost feels like you're having a conversation with a real person, which I don't know is scary or if it's cool. I don't know. It's a weird one, isn't it? But yeah, and I've just put tired of tracking your gym progress, create an AI training assistant here. So there's so many different use cases of AI, and I will cover a lot of them. But yeah. Yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you like this style of content. I wasn't thinking of doing videos like this, but as an introductory video, I thought it would be good to try and use AI right from the get-go to explain what AI is, right? And in future videos, I'll show some of these use cases, like building certain chatbots and softwares and all that. But yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching.